carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 31, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry for Spencer Ware. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 180.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Catanzaro's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. Bandit.
Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Real. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. Hey, tight down.
Mayfield now from the 50. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Running right, this is Freeman. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. All day, dog. Hey, alert! Check, watch 54. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Mariota looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Single, slot.
Now a give, right side. Freeman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Check. 180. 59. Up. Big stop. Let's go. Mike spot 9. Hey. Wahoo! Mike, check. 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Run. Mike's 59.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Mariota, blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Rip right, rip right.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Single, 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 single. 24 is the mark.
To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Regular.
59 mark, check.
Exit.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Freeman, the 1st down and more. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
One.
Check 4. Hey, get him.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's complete. Bernard. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Pistol. Move. Hey, box truck.
Now Mayfield. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Everyone got 4 down. 24 is the mic.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw right side, complete to Williams. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Big hold to the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mariota. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. On the shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota to throw it. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mariota on first down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 11 more on that one and another first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw is Mariota. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Mariota over the middle here to Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
You got it. You got it.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Let's go. You tighten up. Mine's 54.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch the pass. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run, watch the run. One. 55.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Real.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Terrence Williams. His second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up second and 10. He's crazy.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 93.
On third down, Mariota. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Check 93.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, baby.
Now a give, right side. Freeman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Mike, hey, alert, 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 alert.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Mike, check, 59.
Mayfield down. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A.J. Green. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mariota. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
First down, Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Again, brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike, 5-5.
Nice 7, let's go.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Hey, check Mike.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They run, Devontae Freeman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Joker.
Real.
Tighten up.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And Cole has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by one more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, their strong start to the year continues.